We have Microsoft Flight Simulator, and this absolutely shocked me. And I know we talk about unlimited internet, but to eat up this much internet is just it's gluttonous in my opinion. And somebody has to talk some sense into me because it says here that Microsoft Flight Simulator sucks up to 180 megabytes per second, which is equivalent to 81 gigs per hour. That seems extremely high. Am I crazy? Or is that not extremely high?
Well, the game's
And
got the
always
whole
an online game.
Sorry. I should have done a better job than that. We'll go Gem, and then Doragon.
Well, the
Based on
game itself is massive. That's why you need an internet connection to even play the game. You can't play it offline because of how massive the world is, and it's literally the world that we live in. So it's all satellite images compressed together, and then you got 3D models. A lot of the cities are handcrafted by the developers, and they keep updating it to make more and more models. So you got the whole world, you got satellite textures, and then you got handcrafted models. I don't know what the actual game size is, but it must be enormous that you can't even fit it on a SSD basically. So it doesn't surprise me that 80 gigs per hour while you're flying through the sky. Although then again, you are in the sky, so
It's
maybe you
30
don't
gig.
need to. Maybe you don't. No, 30 gig is the game itself, but not the whole game. The world, the world is you don't download the world of the
Oh,
game.
no. Yeah. Well, I'm looking at it to see what it says. It's
Yeah,
it's a
the game.
it's a cloud enabled game. You have to
Yeah,
be
Yeah, the
attached to
game
the internet for
installation.
the information of the
installation
game
is
to go onto your screen.
Yeah, the game installation's 30 gig, while Flight Simulator 2020 was 130 to 400 gig installation size. So they cut it down at like that. But I think that was why they cranked it up so high.
But Dorgon, do you have any other input on why we're seeing? And I like that analogy there, 81 gigs per hour, because I could see in future us measuring certain things that way. But my God, 81 gigs an hour.
Hey, at least it wasn't 88 gig per hour, because you know what'll happen then.
Yeah, well, it's extremely high. Oh, I think Dorgon may be
Yeah, I'm
not
here.
there.
No, I'm
Oh,
here.
okay.
I was just letting people talk. I'm kind of against this because it's just stupid design, if you ask me. I love what they're doing in terms of the quality of the world, of Flight Simulator, pushing it forward, making it this wonderful, amazing thing, etc., etc. But at the same time, you've got to start asking a question: who's going to buy this when they can't even run it? It feels like poor design to me. And I know that's probably not the case. They've designed something beautiful, wonderful, amazing. But if somebody can't play this game because it won't fit on their SSD because it's just too ginormous, and then they've got to stream massive aspects of it, but they can't do that because they're not in one of the 22 regions out of the 195 countries worldwide that actually have cloud gaming streaming capabilities for games like this. You make it a game that most of the world can't play, which is just dumb. It seems silly. I like the one hand pushing things forward in terms of technology and what a game can look like and be and the size of it and all that sort of stuff, especially for something like Flight Simulator, where you've got to be flying through all of these different biomes and weather fronts and all that sort of stuff. But I played the same sort of game back on Windows 95 and it worked perfectly and gave you that experience, and it ran natively off the disk. You didn't even need to install it on your hard drive at the time. So it just seems dumb to make a game that people can't play because they don't have the hardware or internet capabilities to do so. And America and Canada, most people still have caps. It's not like Europe where you've just got high-speed fiber, unlimited broadband as standard.
Yeah, I think you hit it on the nose. It seems to be a tech demo kind of like path tracing, right? Not a lot of people have access to path tracing in Cyberpunk. But you got to sort of break the ground as messy as it can be to move forward. So I see why they did it, but oh my god, 81 gigs an hour. Be
Can I just
prepared.
say something?
I also have
Yeah,
a
yeah, for
question to
sure.
put into.
Gem then
While you guys were
Callie.
talking, I was just Googling the previous flight simulator. The actual size for that is 2 petabyte, which is 2,000 terabytes.
My goodness.
So yeah, you can't download that and play offline.
That's ludicrous inside. It's too big. It's too big. Callie.
Could
Go
this
for it.
also be in preparation? Like, I know it's Flight Simulator, but do you think Microsoft could be working on their capabilities of being able to play with the internet? Because we all know Hideo Kojima wanted to do the cloud gaming ordeal, that his whole mixture of game.
Yeah, it could be, breaking the ground, getting a lot of this bugs out, making sure they have something connected to the cloud as a working test, and then when they go into their big project, it's connected, it's all good to go. But who knows? That's a big jump. We'll have to pull up more information on OD, which I believe is the game you're referring to.
Hmm.
But I do want to jump into the next one.